All right, the festival is taking place this weekend. All the celebrations culminating in this huge event. So we're going to talk about all of the events that are going on with Pride this weekend. But before we do that, I want to welcome our guest, Deborah, Executive Director of Pride Northwest. So great to have you here on the show. And we want to tell everybody about everything that they can do. But before they do that, could we find out a little bit more about you and just about the organization as a whole?
Sure. Thanks for having me. It is definitely Pride Weekend. I'm actually on site at the moment. Well, Pride Northwest is actually it's a 501c3 organization founded in 1994. We've been putting on the Portland Pride Waterfront Festival and Parade ever since. That's our largest program each year, but we're active year round, particularly supporting community resilience, our elder community, building relationships with particularly housing organizations, food insecurity, housing insecurity. Those are issues that hit our people really hard. Uh, and then advocating, making sure that we're present and that our community is visible in places where decisions are being made. And then we do other events through the year. We do a large holiday activation in December downtown. It's a series of multiple things. And yeah, it just goes all year.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a
Mhm.
lot to be managing. A lot though that's doing for the community. I mean, just amazing. Um, Talking about the waterfront festival and everything that goes on with that. What's going to be happening this weekend? You mentioned that's since 1994. Is that what you said? That since this has been going on?
Well, we Pride Northwest has been in
Uh-huh.
existence since 94, but Pride's been held in Portland since 70, 71.
Right.
And, the parade slash march and some sort of outdoor festival since the mid 70s.
So some sort of fashion. It was happening
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
even back
Oh, yeah.
then.
Hmm.
And you look at where we're at now. Like how do you feel about this year's festival? I mean, and just looking at that span of time too, and what's changed over the years, how do you feel about where everything is right now?
Well, I mean, we feel good. It's, having done it for a long time, we've learned lots of lessons. The pride organizations, it's very easy for pride organizations to fail. It's burnout is high. Organizers don't typically get paid. I'm very fortunate in that way that we've grown to that point. And so being able to do it year after year is really helpful in stabilizing it. And we learn our lessons, and we build partnerships with like Fuller Events and the professionals and that sort of thing to be able to elevate the event and do it right, do it well, and do it safely.
Yeah, I mean, and it is an amazing event every year, and there's so much involved with it. I mean, it's impressive just from a logistics standpoint of how you get all that, make all that work together, everything happening, but then what it represents as well, and bringing so many people out and bringing the city out. So for this year, for this weekend, say there's somebody out there who hasn't gone before, or is new to the city and hasn't been down for a festival. What can they expect when they head down this weekend?
Well, if you come to the waterfront, you're going to find two large performance stages. You're going to find various community specific areas for our young people, our seniors, our veterans, families, young kids, etc. Where you've got activities, you've got games, you've got resources to tap into. You're going to find a lot of exhibitors of all sizes, whether it's local queer makers and artists, all the way to large, we've got the health systems. The city of Portland comes, their bureaus come and meet community and share resources. So it just really runs the gamut. Portland Pride, the festival really serves as a focal point for particularly our nonprofits and our organizations to gain new volunteers. Some of them may do a little bit of fundraising, but it's really about the ability to connect with community and find resources, find activities to engage in, listen to some great artists, some great entertainment. We have a lot of talent in our community. Um, Eat some food, all of that.
Yeah, all
Oh,
all of
yeah.
that fun stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
but also, yeah, I mean, can you talk about that? How important that is too for bringing not only, some of those vendors, like you mentioned, smaller vendors or bigger, and bringing everybody there together in that community setting so everybody can be around each other and interact.
Oh yeah, it's super important because it's Pride is one of the few spaces where when you come in, you get a really good idea or can get a really good idea of how present our community is, how diverse our community is, all of the different areas of social life, for lack of a better way to put it, where our people are at, and there just tends to be something for everybody uh, in coming to experience that. It's difficult to describe until you've experienced it because the atmosphere here is so different than a lot of other large events because the intent is community, and that just sort of permeates the air, if you will. The level of joy and just celebration that is happening in here is it's just hard to compare to anything else.
Yeah. Um, for the events that are going to be going on,
Mm-hmm.
can we give already a rundown of that? Because you mentioned, there's some entertainers and there's all kinds of, lots of these things. When does it start and how can people get involved in that?
Well, the festival and parade are the two. Those are the two things that we directly organize, and that those are the biggest events. And the festival is Saturday, Sunday. Saturday runs noon to 8, and then Sunday is 11:30 to 6. The parade steps off on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. in the North Park blocks and ends up here at the festival. But Portland Pride has grown a lot over the years, and the city infrastructure isn't necessarily ready for as large as Portland Pride could get. The demand is high. So what we've done and been doing is building relationships with uh, other events and other spaces, particularly in the downtown core, to sort of expand the Pride experience because we've outgrown the waterfront in lots of ways, and you can't just get bigger on the waterfront.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
Run out of real estate at some point. Yeah.
right, exactly. And especially real estate that just makes it an enjoyable event. Um, so we're super excited to partner again this year with Midtown Beer Garden. They're doing, music, food, just having a really great time. That's a really good space for families. So is the festival, but Midtown Beer Garden, in talking to them, it's just a really nice space for families to go and enjoy Pride together in a different kind of way. And then you've got the Ankeny Alley Block Party happening over in Old Town. That's another partner of ours to just sort of expand what are the offerings of Pride. And, because the waterfront is super welcoming and everyone is welcome to come and be part. It can also be a little overwhelming. It's
Right.
just a large, rambunctious space. And it's an outdoor park. So we're always navigating that issue of what do the grounds look like in that. And so that's another reason that we've been building these relationships to offer so people can pick and choose what kind of Pride experience they want to go and be part of. And what makes the most sense for them. And so we're super excited to keep growing those relationships and keep building the offerings of Pride across Pride season.
And that's kind of going back into that community aspect too, tying into the
Mm-hmm.
downtown community, those businesses
Absolutely.
there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure it's a huge economic benefit as well. Um, you know, Not disregarding that of what that could mean for everybody with all of these people coming in, but being able to, like you said, pick and choose. I mean, I know I myself, I like going to big, huge things on the waterfront, but at a certain point, like, okay, that I need to step out
Mm-hmm.
and,
Mm-hmm.
go to somewhere smaller, and a beer garden would be perfect, the perfect place to go
Yeah.
get a break from that.
It, absolutely. Oh yeah.
Um,
So and we'll just keep growing that. We'll just keep continue doing that.
Very cool. What do you think is the most important thing people should know about the festival this weekend?
Well, I think that piece around community and being welcoming to I was having this conversation with someone earlier today. The goal and the sort of definition of pride is to invite people to come as they are. Everyone, whoever you are welcome to come and represent yourself and enjoy yourself and celebrate yourself. Um, and I think that's just really important to recognize. It's there are families and we have lots of all ages come to Pride, and the only thing that I'll say for that is to just know what works for you and go into the spaces that make the most sense for you, because the festival itself is very large, and there's again the people here run the gamut, the exhibitors run the gamut. You'll be able to stop by the information booth and get a map, look at a big map, get a list of the exhibitors that are here, and give you get a good idea of where it is you want to go and what you want to see and who you want to talk to. um, and just be a little bit intentional about that, and you'll get, in my experience, you'll get the better experience with some intention around what you're doing.
Gotcha. Pick it.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of things for everybody. So pick,
Oh yeah, oh
yeah,
yeah.
pick your
Mm-hmm.
space in there. Awesome. Well, Deborah, thank you very much, for joining us. For people who want to get more information or look up, all of these things that we were talking about, what's the best place for them to go to?
For the festival and the parade, it's going to be portlandpride.org. That's our event website. You'll be able to find out who are the artists that are going to be performing. The parade lineup is there, all of the hours, all of the times. You'll be our official Pride events. Yeah, I don't want to forget that one of the biggest dance parties, Galabration, is a partner of ours. Uh, some other things as well. So portlandpride.org is where you'll be able to get a really good rundown of official Pride events, maps, headliners, all of that.
All the details. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Deborah, thank you very much, for having time to join us and to talk about this. And congratulations on all the hard work that goes into this. And everybody gets to reap the benefits and celebrate, this weekend for all the work that you all put in to put this together. So thanks for doing
Oh, yeah.
that. And
Thanks for, yeah.
yeah, thanks for joining us.